The mystique of Lambeau Field is built on assertive choices, but what the Green Bay Packers front office executed behind the scenes of the last draft goes far beyond the common planning of an NFL franchise, transforming skeptics into staunch defenders of a new era. When the commissioner announced the draft class picks, few imagined that the front office would end up orchestrating two of the biggest steals in the entire draft, finding generational talents at levels where most teams only pick up crumbs to build roster depth. While analysts focused on the spotlight of the first rounds, the true silent revolution was being generated in the underground of Titletown, preparing the ground for a technical turnaround that promises to redefine the competitive dynamics of the entire NFC North. Before we get started, if you want to understand American football in a simple way and support the channel, check out my official ebook for just $7.99. If you're on TV, scan the QR code on the screen. If you're on your phone, the link is in the description and pinned comment. And don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. The demand for excellence in this franchise leaves no room for error in evaluation, and every move on the recruitment board carries the weight of a winning legacy left by legends of the past. What we have seen unfold from the closing of recruitment to the present day of intensive preparation in training camp reveals surgical planning, where the coaching staff identified deep deficiencies in the group and knew exactly where to attack to extract maximum value from choices that seemed discreet on paper. The pressure on the shoulders of the management is constant, as the most passionate fans in the sport do not accept mediocrity, always demanding a competitive team capable of fighting point by point for the Vince Lombardi trophy. And it is precisely in this high-pressure scenario that the big question arises, fueling debates on specialized podcasts, social media, and bars around the stadium. Do you realize the seismic impact these two names, unknown to the general public, are having on closed training sessions, to the point of threatening the jobs of established starters who cost the franchise millions? The answer to this question not only defines the team's present, but also outlines the competitive ceiling of a team desperately seeking to return to the top of the conference. Leave your opinion in the comments below and share this video with that fanatic friend who never misses a single Packers snap. The path to defensive excellence in Green Bay seemed fraught with uncertainty, but Brandon Cece's meteoric rise as the 52nd overall pick transformed a simple second-round gamble into a true godsend for the team's secondary. While analysts speculated about the need for maturation time for a rookie from South Carolina, the reality observed on the training camp fields dispelled any conservative theory, placing the young defender at a level of absolute prominence that surprised even the most optimistic members of the front office. Analyzing the situation from a rigorous technical perspective, it becomes clear that Cece's demonstrated consistency is not a matter of chance, but rather the result of an implacable work ethic that has completely isolated him from internal competition. While established veterans and other prospects selected in the same draft range, such as Delane, Colton Hood, Traden Stokes, Avon Terrell, and D'Angelo Pawns, face physical fluctuations, muscle injuries, or constant rotation with backups, the rookie has established himself as the only cornerback on the roster to work exclusively with the first defensive unit during consecutive weeks of intense testing. This exclusivity in replays with the starters not only validates his status as a great draft find, but also exposes the inability of competitors to keep up with the frantic pace imposed by the coaching staff's tactical scheme. The way he reads the wide receivers' routes and anticipates quick throws demonstrates an impressive tactical maturity for someone who hasn't even stepped onto a regular season field, proving that the investment made in the second round was infinitely superior to the return obtained by other franchises that spent precious picks in the same position. Before we get started, if you want to understand American football in a simple way and support the channel, check out my official ebook for just $7.99. If you're on TV, scan the QR code on the screen. If you're on your phone, the link is in the description and pinned comment. And don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. The burning question in the hallways of Lambeau Field is whether this early dominance will be enough to shield the defense against the explosive attacks of the NFC North from the very first whistle of the year. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with that friend who never misses a single Packers snap, so they don't miss any updates about our secondary unit. Rebuilding the offensive trenches in Green Bay was the absolute priority after a frustrating previous season, where the lack of holes in the running game left Josh Jacobs stuck in 51st place in yards to contact among all running backs in the league. When Jagger Burton's name was announced with the 153rd overall pick, the initial reception from fans and specialized media was cold, receiving a B grade that generated distrust about his real ability to solve a chronic problem that was strangling the offensive playbook. However, the stark truth seen in daily training and preparation games is that the young offensive lineman from Kentucky completely ignored the modest projections and transformed an uninspired label into a display of pure physical dominance. The battle for the starting offensive lineman reached an impressive level of intensity, with Burton directly challenging untouchable veterans and forcing the coaching staff to reassess the entire team structure for the start of the season. While Aaron Banks grapples with the pressure of justifying a multi-million-dollar contract, and Anthony Belton had to be moved to the swing tackle position, the rookie emerged as a strong contender to dominate the guard position, whether on the left or right, demonstrating immense strength in one-on-one situations against tough defenders like Keanu Benton in preseason duels. The ease with which he clears the path and opens up vast avenues for runs by players like Marshawn Lloyd is conclusive proof that the front office found a rough diamond in the 5th round, masterfully correcting one of the team's biggest structural flaws from the previous year. The big question echoing among experts is whether this meteoric evolution in the offensive line will be the ultimate catalyst to transform the Packers' ground attack into one of the most feared weapons in the entire conference. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates, and share this video with that fan who lives and breathes every play from our offensive line. The outcome of this preseason and the meticulous analysis of each draft pick revealed the true DNA of a winning franchise, proving that success in the NFL doesn't just depend on spending picks in the top positions, but on finding absolute value where no one else sees potential. While the rest of the league spent precious capital on prospects who are now fighting for a place in the sun or frequenting the medical department, Green Bay's front office delivered a true masterclass in sports management by rescuing Brandon Cece in the 2nd round and snatching Jagger Burton from the depths of the 5th round. Having two rookies projected to take over as undisputed starters in positions that were the team's biggest open wounds last year is an extraordinary feat that completely alters the team's competitive ceiling for the challenges ahead in the regular season. The responsibility now rests on the shoulders of Matt LaFleur and his coaching staff to shield these young talents from external hype and ensure that the transition to the relentless pace of official games happens without unwanted setbacks. Fans who follow Titletown daily know very well that the margin for error in the NFC North is 0, but seeing the secondary locked down by a dominant cornerback and the running game revitalized by a relentless guard brings a wave of legitimate hope that we haven't seen in a long time. The rebuilding has been done, The bets have paid off with interest and adjustments, and now it remains to be seen if the main group will be able to translate all this energy from training into undeniable victories on the toughest fields in the United States. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with that fanatic friend who doesn't miss a single detail of our franchise, so we can continue together on our way to the top. Before we get started, if you want to understand American football in a simple way and support the channel, check out my official ebook for just $7.99. If you're on TV, scan the QR code on the screen. If you're on your phone, the link is in the description and pinned comment. And don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers.